how to become an electrician. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. You may be a young person thinking you're about to leave school and you're trying to decide what are you going to do with your life. It's a big decision, and if you are at school, you might be in a similar position to I was in, where they are kind of pushing you towards going to university. But if you've got your wits about you, you might realise that actually getting a career in the trades has a lot of potential, because there's always work for tradespeople, whether it's electricians, plumbers, carpenters. There's plenty of work for tradespeople out there, and you can earn good money. So you might be thinking about becoming an electrician but wonder, how can I go about it? So we'll cover that aspect. We're also going to cover the aspect of what if you are in a career at the moment, maybe you're a bit older, you've been doing a certain job for a while and you're just a bit fed up and you want a career change. How can you become an electrician later in life if you want a career change? But first, before we get into it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It really helps for us to know that you enjoy these kind of videos. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, it's free and you will get regular video updates from us. So I'm Jordan, I'm an electrician, I run Artisan Electrics, and I personally became an electrician by the apprenticeship route. What is an apprenticeship? Well, an apprenticeship is basically a setup where you work and you learn at the same time, which is fantastic because it means that you can work, develop skills, learn the theory, and also earn a bit of money at the same time. So unlike college, where you're just learning, but you're not earning, you will get the benefits of both if you do an apprenticeship. Now, to be honest, apprentice wages are very low. They're actually below minimum wage, but every little helps. And the fact is that being out on site, learning the real work on the tools, as well as having time in college, is just such a great way to learn. So how it usually works is that you will have 1 day a week in college, and then the rest of the week you'll be out on site working with the company who you're doing your apprenticeship with. And that usually involves you being put with a qualified, experienced electrician as a helper to him or her, so that they can train you and help you to develop your skills and to put into practice the theory that you've been learning in college. So that was what I did. I did an apprenticeship. It usually lasts 3 to 4 years. And as time goes by in the apprenticeship, what tends to happen is you spend less and less time at college and more time working. And there are exams along the way, and then a final exam at the end, which is called the AM2, where you basically get tested on your practical skills, and that enables you, along with your portfolio of work that you've developed over the years, basically the evidence that shows that you can do various types of electrical work, that with the AM2 gives you the qualification that you need to become a qualified electrician, having an MVQ3 in electrical installations, I believe it's called. So for young people who are just getting out of school or college, that is probably the best route to take if you can. Now, it's not always easy to find an apprenticeship. Number one, college spaces are limited. Unfortunately, colleges are massively understaffed at the moment. There aren't enough teachers to teach the electrical courses. And so if you phone round the colleges, you might well find that they've got waiting lists for people to get on an apprenticeship program in the first place. But there are a few things that you can do to make yourself stand out and give yourself a better chance of being able to get an apprenticeship. And then when you are an apprentice, how do you make sure that you're a good apprentice so that your employer keeps you and invests in you for the future? Well, I'll make a separate video about that, so I'll leave a link up here where you can watch that video about how to get an apprenticeship and how to be a good apprentice. Next, I want to talk to you who might be watching this who are a little bit older, later in life, thinking about a career change. There are 2 routes that you can take if you are an adult learner who is trying to become an electrician and potentially do a career change. Number 1 is you can put yourself on a short course. So short courses, they tend to be like 30 days or something like that. There's a lot of controversy about these kind of courses in the industry because, to be brutally honest, it's impossible to become a good electrician by doing a 30-day course. It's just not possible. Becoming a good electrician, qualified and experienced and competent, takes years of hard work. So you could do a 30-day course and it might teach you to pass the exams so that on paper you're a qualified electrician, but realistically you're not going to be ready to send out into the real world to do installs by yourself. It's just too risky. I really wouldn't recommend it unless it is your only option. And if you do those short courses, what I would say is you need to back it up with at least a year or more of actual work experience as just like an electrician's mate with a good firm of electricians who can keep an eye on you, do quality control on your work, train you properly in how to do things in the real world. The other option is the option that Luke took. He basically did night school. So he was still working his day job. Then in the evenings, he would go to college 1 day a week, paid for his course to be able to get through the MBQ. So he did that over a period of about 2 years, I think. That takes longer, but sometimes longer is better because slow and steady wins the race. And gaining that experience over time, slowly absorbing it, learning how things work in the real world is absolutely the best way if you can. Because of how dedicated and enthusiastic Luke is about what he wants to do to become a qualified electrician, we took him on and he's progressing really, really well. So that hopefully in the next few months, he will pass his MVQ, portfolio will be completed, he'll do his AM2 and he will be fully qualified, but he will also be experienced because he spent a year or at least quite a few months with us working on the tools. We've been training him, fine-tuning his skills so that he's not just got a piece of paper that says he's a qualified electrician, but he's got the skills, knowledge and experience needed to work to a high standard. So those are the three ways really. Get an apprenticeship if you can. Put yourself through the course. It will take some investment, either night school or short course if you don't have any other choice, but get that experience as well working with a company. Even if you have to work for free for a while just to gain experience, it will pay off in the long run. So hope that is helpful to any of you who are thinking about becoming an electrician. Make sure you check out some more of our videos because we've got loads of videos all about what electrician life is like, and you might even learn a few things from watching our videos, pick up a few tips. And I'd love to know all your thoughts in the comments below. What is your situation? Are you looking to get into the industry? Have you done one of those paths that I have been talking about in this video? And if so, how did you find it? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't hit a like yet, please do. It helps. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you on the next one.